This Conor McGregor fight in July is going to be fucking bananas. It's going to be bananas. I mean, people are going to go crazy for the return of Conor McGregor because he's a giant personality.
But don't expect the same thing.
How could
you
it
just
be?
can't.
He hasn't fought in 5 years,
That's
right?
exactly it.
It's been 5 years.
But that's the problem.
It might be more.
Because they're going to all expect that.
I think it is a little over 5. It's almost 6, I think.
It might be 6 at the time of the fight.
It might be.
I think it's
July. 5. I think it's 5 right now.
Are we expecting to see a Conor that looked like Nate this last fight? Or are we expecting to see a better Conor than someone that looked like Nate? Because Nate did not look good.
No, but Mike Perry did.
And
Mike Perry looked like a fucking murderer.
You know what I mean? Like
July 11th, Sin City, Las Vegas. The opponent is a man that I have beaten before in Max Holloway.
So we have the venue, we have the opponent.
I'm ready to come back. I'm out so long, 5 years. I've got a great opponent in Max Holloway. He is an established fighter, former UFC world champion, multiple time, former UFC BMF world champion. And our last bout was martial arts mastery. So I plan on doing it again.
Max and trying to get into his head, doing the whole thing about how he's his son, etc., etc., etc. Do you truly believe he thinks he's the same fighter that he beat?
I think he thinks it. I think he's wrong. But like,
do you actually think he believes that though? Come on, like,
yeah,
he's not
Conor
an idiot.
McGregor's a deeply delusional person. And you know, like, we don't have to go down this particular side of this road too far, but like, of the things that I think he doesn't believe that he's saying in that interview, I'm much more inclined to believe that he is pretending when he's talking about, I no longer care about the material things in life, and this doesn't matter to me. I am a man of faith, and I'm not going to talk numbers because that doesn't mean anything to me. If we're picking like an order of things that I think are bullshit, I think that one's much more transparent bullshit than Conor McGregor, notorious weirdo, believes that his opponent is beneath him. That rings in.
Max is a durable fighter with great skill. Not on my level, however. I am a level above. In fact, multiple levels above.
How so?
Skill-wise, mental-wise, physical-wise. We're at 170 pounds. There's a few facets into this. Max has been a busy body in the game. In fact, he's the most time spent inside the octagon, 8.5 hours, which is a staggering amount of time. For me, I kind of look at that saying, it means you can't finish people, you know, so. However, he's never fought at 170 pounds. This is a 170-pound bout.
And you believe that your level's above him, but what's something that you're watching out for? What is one of Max's strengths?
You know, if you're asking me what I have above him, speed, power, IQ, fitness, health, freshness.
Conor, that's damn near everything.
You think Conor wins?
Absolutely. It's not an easy fight. Max is very good at what he does. He's obviously been in there against the best guys in the world repeatedly over and over and over again. But whilst Conor's been inactive, the hunger will start to thrive in his mind and in his skull. And at 170 pounds, I think this fight's very, very interesting. I think it's very interesting. Conor's going to have the knockout power.
McGregor versus Holloway 2. Who's going to win that fight?
Holloway.
Really?
Listen, I've never been a McGregor fan.
Why is that?
Because he's been a prick his whole career.
To you?
To me, to everybody.
You didn't like him? He was rude to you?
He was rude to me. We almost fought a couple times.
Where
just
at?
in the fights.
What'd you say?
We just ran into each other and he just would run his mouth. I didn't like it because I came from a different place. I came from a place where I had been getting into trouble and I was changing my life. And he was somebody that used the platform to be arrogant and to like piss people off. I'm not here to make friends. But you're also not being very respectful, and I think we're in this place with all the YouTube fighting is all because of that accumulation. Now here we are. The sport is somewhat of a Kardashian sport, you know, we're just wow, which brings numbers, right? But that's not why I got into it. So that's why.
If there is one thing Conor McGregor has never been good at, it is staying silent. The man thrives on attention, feeds off the noise, and right now, with his upcoming fight against Max Holloway getting closer by the day, McGregor is turning the volume all the way up. The trash talk has been non-stop. stop. The training videos keep coming, and every single time a new clip drops, fight fans are left asking the same question. Is this the real McGregor showing up again, or is this just another carefully crafted mind game designed to mess with his opponent's head before they even step into the octagon? Because here is the thing about McGregor. He has always understood that the fight does not just happen inside the cage. Half the battle takes place long before the first punch lands. He chips away at opponents mentally, plants seeds of doubt, and makes them question themselves weeks before fight night. And right now, every video he posts, every word he says in front of a camera, every look he throws at the world, it all carries that same old energy that made him one of the most talked about fighters on the planet. Holloway is not a soft target either. He has been around long enough to know how McGregor operates. But watching McGregor move through these training sessions, watching the sharpness in his footwork and the venom in his combinations, it is hard not to feel something stirring. The Notorious seems locked in. Whether that translates to a dominant performance when the cage door closes is the real question. But right now, McGregor is absolutely sending a message. And the message is loud and clear. He is coming, and he expects everyone in that arena to feel it. One of the more interesting things McGregor touched on was how this whole matchup with Holloway actually came together. And his version of events is pretty straightforward. He had nothing to do with choosing Holloway as his opponent. This was not a fight McGregor handpicked or engineered. It simply ended up being Holloway because, according to McGregor, nobody else could get it done. He was open about it. He said he was willing to fight whoever the UFC put in front of him, and he meant it. Names were thrown around. Conversations were had, but things fell apart on multiple fronts. Some potential opponents could not get negotiations moving in the right direction. Others would have required McGregor to drop back down to lightweight, and that was apparently a route he was not interested in taking at this point in his career. So when everything else collapsed, Holloway was the name left standing, and McGregor took the fight without hesitation. There is actually something refreshing about that kind of honesty. A lot of fighters at McGregor's level spend a lot of energy pretending they carefully select their opponents and strategically plan every matchup. McGregor basically said the opposite. Give me a name, I will show up and handle it. That attitude, whether you love him or cannot stand him, is genuinely rare in a sport where careful maneuvering around certain opponents is practically a tradition. McGregor stepped up without needing the perfect scenario. He took what was available, and now here we are with a rematch that has fans across the world paying close attention.
How do we get to Max? It seemed like you had the pick of the litter. Why Max?
Again, they picked that.
Oh,
they picked that.
All right.
Oh yeah, they picked it. It just became Max. They didn't like the way the shape of the other belt went. There was a lot of
the BMF.
Yeah, well, you know.
Was Oliveira discussed at any point?
No.
Diaz?
No. It just felt the only one that was there was Holloway.
Really?
It just landed on Holloway.
What was the story with Praches?
Praches, is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah, it's the Brazilian.
Listen, they said to me about him. I said, yeah, no problem. Send the contract. So I'm saying, yeah, for about 2 weeks. Where's the fucking contract? No contract came. Do you know what it was? They wanted me back down at 155 pounds.
Okay.
So I think they were trying to throw names at me to say, well, I said, yes, no problem. So your man went 5 rounds with Gary. I've seen the fight. Little southpaw, little whippy southpaw. So, yeah, no problem. I'm a 170 pounder at the minute.
Now here is where things get really interesting. When McGregor was asked about Max Holloway's confidence heading into this rematch, his response was not dismissive. He did not laugh it off or brush it aside the way some fighters might when talking about an opponent they consider beneath them. Instead, McGregor acknowledged something that not everyone expected him to say out loud. Max Holloway has genuinely grown as a fighter since the last time they shared the octagon. He said it plainly. Max is better now, more experienced, more developed. The fighter Holloway is walking in with today is not the same version McGregor faced back then. Years of elite competition have sharpened Holloway into something different, something more dangerous, and McGregor is fully aware of that fact. He is not walking into this fight with some outdated scouting report in his head. He sees the current version of Holloway clearly, but, and this is the part that matters, McGregor does not believe any of that changes the outcome. He looked back at their last fight and said there was still plenty from that night that convinces him he is the better man. He carries that belief with him like a piece of armor. And beyond just Holloway, McGregor made it clear that his confidence extends to the bigger picture. In his own words, he still feels like he is the best fighter inside the octagon. Full stop. Not one of the best. The best. That kind of belief, that refusal to back down from his own standard, has always been the engine driving everything McGregor does. Some people call it arrogance. Others call it the mindset of a champion. Either way, it is genuine, and it shapes how McGregor prepares, how he fights, and how he talks about every opponent who stands across from him. What makes this matchup so compelling telling is that Holloway is not walking in as some unknown quantity or a stepping stone. He is a former champion in his own right. He has beaten world-class fighters repeatedly and done it convincingly. His pressure is relentless, his cardio is almost unfair, and his ability to find a rhythm mid-fight and take over entire rounds is something every opponent has struggled to deal with. So when McGregor says he still feels superior, Holloway's track record makes that claim mean something because it is being tested against real, proven quality.
All right. What did you make of Max's energy? The interview that you did with Rogan on Sunday, he's very confident.
A bit rude, wasn't it? He's confident. I didn't see that.
You didn't
Look, Max is alright. Max is good. Max is my son. I sunned Max when we fought those years ago, and I'm going to do so again.
He's gotten a lot better since you last fought. Would you not agree?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't see much.
Since 2013?
No, I don't see much. I don't see much difference now.
Really?
No, not so much. Same reaction, same movements. Listen, Max got better after he fought me. He added more moves to his game, but even still, there's only one. So I'm not going to say I don't rate him. I don't rate any of them. So it's on me now, with my date set, to go and show that.
So here we are. Everything comes down to what happens when that cage door swings shut and two fighters are left alone with nothing but the work they put in and the belief they carry with them. McGregor with his counters, his timing, his ability to flip a fight in a single second. Holloway with his volume, his pressure, his ability to grind an opponent down round by round and make them feel the weight of every minute they spend in there with him. McGregor's return fire against Holloway's relentless forward movement. That is the central conflict of this fight, and neither man is going to blink first. McGregor will look for the opening, the one clean shot that changes everything. Holloway will look to make it ugly, make it deep, and make McGregor work harder than he wants to in the later rounds. The fans are split. Some believe this is the version of McGregor who has pieced everything back together and is ready to remind the world why he became a star in the first place. Others think Holloway's evolution since their first fight is simply too significant to overcome, that the man coming in on June 22nd is a different beast entirely, and that McGregor's window may have narrowed more than he is willing to admit. Both arguments hold real weight. That is what makes this fight worth watching. There are genuine cases on both sides, genuine uncertainty about how this plays out, and that kind of tension is exactly what great matchups are built on. Drop your prediction in the comments below and tell the world who you've got winning this one. Does McGregor land the shot that changes everything, or does Holloway's pressure eventually take over and make the difference when it counts? The fight is coming, and when it gets here, someone's belief is going to hold up and someone's is going to crack. If you are enjoying these breakdowns and want to stay on top of everything leading up to fight night, hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you are tuned in because there is a lot more coverage coming to Worlds.